Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Good to see everyone. Let's see if this has started yet. KCRA. Bear with me one second. Trying to see if the press conference should be starting soon. Hold on. One second, guys. Hello. Apologize. Good to see everyone. The press conference, have they began yet? So they've been giving press conferences literally every single day. Let's hope that at least something is new today. Um, it's just been very, very crazy. Um, let me see here. Nothing yet. Make sure this is KCRA 3. They may be running a little bit late on it. So last night we got a little bit of news. Yes, I got the same glasses. I just got new glasses, if that makes sense. I got the same frames. So they're the same things, yeah. I do. I pray that there is new information for sure. Last night there was kind of a lot of hope. Is it true she passed away? I have not that I'm aware of. Uh, I've been gone all day long, so I'm just now getting back. We have been talking to someone close uh, to Kylie, and we've asked them to come on our show. We'll just have to see. Who's she? Who? What are y'all talking about? Who has passed? Oh, Anne? Okay, yeah. Okay, that's okay. I'm thinking. Okay. She died. Gotcha. I'm That's extremely sad and I'm very sorry. Thank you so much, Taya. Appreciate it. Um yeah, I'm really not surprised about that. I She actually kind of held on a little bit longer than I thought she would actually. But hold on. It might be starting. Like, I mean, she's an organ donor, but I mean, Wasn't she badly burned? She was badly burned, right? If you're badly burned, can you donate a lot? Brain injury. And maybe it didn't affect her heart or something. Yeah, they'll keep her on life support if she is donating organs. Yes. That is correct. Yes. Unless it's like a skin like unless it's like skin, like you graft it. I mean, it's best, you got to keep them alive. Did she have alcohol in her system? Do you know? Let me see. I don't know. Are they just running late on this press conference? God, guys, COVID's starting to get out of control again, and it's just back to school time too. It's terrible. I'm wondering if it's the Tahoe Truckee media doing it this time, or is it the Placer County Sheriff?
Since 1851.
Okay. It's not that one either. Events. We'll find it in a second. Just cocaine was in her system? Yeah. No alcohol traces of heroin. She was driving really erratically. Like before, it all started, she was driving kind of crazy. Thank you. We all have lockdown for the midterms in November. Oh, really? And fentanyl. Is that confirmed? No, nope, I don't homeschool. My kids go to a private school, so it's, but they go by the public schedule. Oh, thank you, Diane. Thank you. It's so nice to thank you for your subscription. CNF was in her system. Oh, wow. Gotcha. Let me see here. Anything going on?
Plumbing, electrical, heating and air, everything that makes your home your home. With Bonnie, you sure got that covered. And right now, get your air conditioner tuned up for just $79. Originally $129.
Hold on. Let me make sure.
This is an NBC News special report. Here's Tom Yamas.
And good day. We are coming on the air with breaking news. Just moments ago, NBC News has obtained a copy of the warrant used to carry out this week's FBI search.
Okay. This is not about Trump's something about breaking news. Trump Mar-a-Lago or something. Who knows about that? Let's see here. Rodni. Okay, here we go. Oh. Maybe not.
And all we wanted was questions.
I'm not sure of how many that they did speak with, but at least the ones that my family members have spoken to, they haven't been spoken to. Now, they explained to us, which is a key in the case, that because they are minors, that a parent can decline for them to be spoken to, which is fine. But what happened that night, this is where, and this is what we really need to get up.
Has anybody heard about this
That night, what they
case
told
right
us
here?
yesterday was that they actually were prepared to charge the little boy, and that's what they wanted to do. However, they were told by either the state's attorney or whoever gave them a call at the time that was not right, which was the correct move.
15-year-old
This is why the police commissioner who has caused my
Nicola
family
Strauder, who was
why
shot
he
and
cannot
killed
come out and
by.
say it's an accident, and why everybody beneath him has been continuously trying to fill that void, right?
It's a live
So
press
that's
conference
what we're
going on right
fighting
now.
against.
Starting now.
Because you can't, on one hand, say you are going yesterday, come and tell us you are going to move forward with the little boy, but you were stopped. But then on the other hand, the same night, tell the community that it was an accident and that these kids were playing with each other when this boy has had an issue with DJ for weeks.
I heard you say earlier that there were two.
Yes.
Two witnesses.
At least two.
16-year-old friends of Michaela. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
They were at the home and saw the shooting.
They were on the
This
porch.
is not the Kylie.
Yeah. It was a total of 4 people in that porch.
Police didn't talk to them?
We don't know all
Where's
of
it
the ones
starting?
that they
Because it's
talked to or
not starting on
I
my
know
end.
that they didn't talk to all of them because we spoke to them directly.
Hey, do you see where it's
And how does
starting
that
anywhere?
leave you feeling in terms of the case?
Hello?
It's total negligence. What I know about Baltimore City, and how the
Hello?
Baltimore City Police Department specifically
Yes.
is ran. This
Do you
is
see it
this
starting
is not
anywhere?
new to the history of negligence that they had. This isn't new to not
Hello?
wanting to name a case a homicide.
Yes. Do you see it? God. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Let me know. Bye. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Well, KCRA, I mean, they don't have it playing. They're the ones that usually has it. Where is it at? 4 and 2. I don't see it where it started anywhere. I don't know if they're playing an old one. KOLOH. KO. Let me try this.
It's gonna be okay.
KO. Here we go.
Unfortunately, most leads have not panned out and have not been fruitful in this community.
God, the
and
volume
beyond.
is really crappy.
To our anonymous online portal. We are very interested in seeing these photos.
Let me know if you can hear it after I mute.
You're saying that some people may have been persuading maybe students or young teens to not come forward in fear of some sort of consequences. Can you explain that dynamic a little bit?
So we've received reports from adults around the community who we understand are dissuading people from coming forward. And that impedes our investigation. We want to find Kylie. We want to bring Kylie home to her family. And if people are out there telling people who may have valuable information to not come forward, that's an issue. Again, we're not here to arrest anybody and hold them accountable for underage drinking and drug usage. That's not our interest right now. That won't be our interest in this case. Our sole mission is to bring Kylie home to her family, and that's what we want everybody to understand. We've been saying this from day one. It's now day 6.
They need to step up to the mic more because it's
Are
not.
those adults gonna be held accountable for impeding within the information being brought to you?
Potentially, if we can prove that this is actually happening. Remember, these are just reports that we're receiving. If there is solid evidence, we'll have to pursue it. That's also our job. But again, right now, our sole focus and our only focus is to bring Kylie home.
Are those reports coming out of our community
Yes.
within the North Lake Tahoe Truckee area?
Yes.
Thank you.
As far as search efforts or maybe interviews that you guys have conducted from yesterday to today, has anything new panned out or new information to share?
There's no new information to share, but we will say that each day our detectives and our search and rescue crews do continue to search different areas, and they continue to interview new people, and they continue to develop new leads that need to be followed up on. And one thing that I think I'd like to clarify is that our detectives cannot debunk or not confirm any type of lead within minutes, right? So I can't debunk a lead and say, oh, this is false information in 5-10 minutes. Some of these leads take days to thoroughly investigate, and that's what we're doing. That's what we've been doing from the first day of the search, thoroughly searching and thoroughly investigating. So this is a very complex process, and again, we're looking for the community's help to help lead us to that.
Yesterday, I think one of the officials, they described this situation as looking for a needle in a haystack, but we don't know what the haystack is. Right? Is that still the case?
That is still the case.
I have no
We
idea.
wish it weren't. Any more questions?
There's a report of the couple that went missing on their way home from August 9th, as we know. Their search effort to find them, that you take the resources away from this search.
I'll let Lieutenant Perry from the Nevada County Sheriff's Office answer that.
I'm Lieutenant Perry, I'm the investigations lieutenant for the Nevada County Sheriff's Office. We did have to pull one detective today for that investigation, as well as some of our investigative efforts downhill to look into that, and we're currently working hand in hand with the city.
Thank you so much. This concludes the press conference.
I know their volume always sucks. That's it? Well, that was a crock of nothing. Hold on. Let's see if.
Hi, I'm Josh Little, and it's Friday, August 12th. Here are your 8 things.
It's literally 10 minutes. That was it. How did I spell it? Oh, I spelled it with a Y. Thank you. Okay. Let me fix that. All right. And it was like a whole 8 minutes. That was it. That was it. So, what happened to Marissa? What happened to Violet? They definitely need to interview Sammy. I feel like Sammy definitely knows something more. They need to give immunity to those that know something, as long as like they didn't do it, you know. Something needs to be done because something is totally off here. Somebody has to know something. You can't tell me that there was that many people there that they don't know anything. We have been in contact with someone that is very, very close to Kylie. We have been speaking to them as much as possible. We have invited them on our program. I don't know if they will speak right now, but I do believe that they are doing everything in their power. I know the guy, the sheriff, he was just sworn in like 2 weeks ago, so this is going to test him, to say the least. Well, the lady was horrible spokesperson for, she told us nothing. You're right, Boots. I mean, the spokesperson, like, they need to fix their equipment or something, and that, you know, thing that they speak from, it's like the microphones are so far away. So something is wrong. I don't think, in my opinion, there was just teenagers there. That's the problem. No accountability. Parents holding kids back because they are worried about alcohol and other issues. This is a missing 16-year. In these times, this is what people don't understand. People's like, oh my God, they're going to charge me for the drugs that I was doing. They don't care about drugs right now. This is the least of their worries. You could tell them you had 5 pounds of coke on you, and they're not going to care right now. They're just not. Just on, I did see a post that, but I don't know if the post was by him. And the internet nowadays, you just don't know if something's real or not. So, yeah. But I mean, this could even be something like what's I'm trying to think of their name right now, where they go underwater and they snorkel and they find people who are missing. I mean, she could have just been, even, I mean, I don't think this is what happened, but it's still a possibility. She could have just been drunk and went into the water somewhere. But the way people are acting, no. Thank you, Paula. I appreciate your membership. Thank you. It's very suspicious. Jagger said, then remove. Huh. Yes, like these parents they've got to make these kids talk. They've got to. Thank you, Angela. Appreciate your membership, hun. But the press conference basically had zero, nothing. You know, I mean, like, people appreciate the daily press conferences, but if you're not going to say anything, there's no use in doing them either. Yes, there is some issues with mental. Thank you, Angela. I love you too, honey. Yes. They're saying there's no place she could drive off into the water. I don't know. The kids are acting so strange, all the kids, and no one has come forward, no pics or video ever. I know. Where the freak, like, you can't tell me there's 200 or 300 phones there and nobody has a damn video? Nobody has a picture? This is a party. That's what you do. It's like, have they just all taken this pact and not say anything? Exactly, Lisa. Exactly. This is a 16-year-old girl. I don't know. I do feel like she will be found. I kind of thought she would have been found already, to be honest with you, but it seems like lately we have just not been finding people. It's like they're just missing. They're not being found. Exactly. That's all they do is. Yeah, somebody knows something. Okay, guys. So I will be going live in just a little bit, probably about an hour and a half. And we'll be talking more about this case. We will be talking more about justice for Vaughn, Dre McCray, that kind of stuff. I do want to call Marissa and check on her to make sure, because people are saying check Patreon regarding Violet, her little poochie poo. So, exactly, Mary. Exactly. They found Taylor Haynes. Really? Look at that. So, Stephanie, they literally said nothing. And what they did say, you couldn't hear them anyways. It's so sad. Fox 40? Okay, I'll look at Fox 40. Hold on before I leave.
Lasagna pops.
Which one do I pick?
Any of them.
Best festivals in Sacramento area. Hey, end of the year. Hope that you guys are there with us and have fun.
Gary is actually hoping that you could do braids. Let's do it. We need some color.
Okay, 4 minutes ago. Sheriff Office creates website for people to submit photos and videos related to Kylie's disappearance. Okay. That's great. Let's
I'm so glad we could all take this trip together, son.
Yeah, and Kayak made getting here so easy.
Tomorrow will mark 1 week since the 16-year-old headed out to a party camp and then never came back. Today, sheriff's deputies helping to lead the search for Kylie called the last 6 days stressful and shared that they never thought this massive effort would have gone on this long. The Rodni family released this picture taken of Kylie about a month ago. She's wearing a black tank top like the one she disappeared in. They want everyone watching to focus on her gold-toned necklaces. They believe she was wearing these 3 pieces of jewelry the night of the party. Search leaders worry that even though the most dedicated volunteer to this effort is starting to tire, and to that end, they're leveraging 2 alert systems usually used for fires and other emergencies to reach folks in the area who may have information.
Due to the struggles of trying to get certain messaging out and higher level messaging, we started releasing our Everbridge and Code Red messages today to include phone call, text message, and email. Some people may not have received it yet. It may take throughout the entire day to have that go out. Somewhat complex to
Thank you,
send a
sweet
message to,
Sassy.
say, 100 or 300,000 people. And that will clog up the system. So it's done in a phased approach, but we're trying to compensate for some of those things that are lacking.
With an influx of people expected in Placer and Nevada counties as we head into another weekend, investigators are also hoping visitors who are serious about helping with the search will log on to a special mapping program that can record where they've been and looked for Kylie. They're not publicizing the site or how it works exactly so as not to overwhelm the system and encourage online looky-loos. You can contact about that program if you will be in that area and would like to help.
Clear Efficiency can improve your home's comfort and save on your energy bills, including $3,000 instant utility paid rebate to upgrade the insulation in your home. First, go to clearefficiency.com. Second, schedule a free, informative, no-pressure estimate. And finally, enjoy your comfortable...
Okay. That was it for that.
We're busy parents, so when our children's education...
So that is good, and I guess you can hopefully, drop those. Hold on. Let's look at this.
Saturday morning, captured on surveillance from a shop in Truckee hours before she attended a party Saturday morning.
We did actually have some
Thank you,
surveillance
Peggy.
video from a store at 6 o'clock the day before that showed Kylie. And so we have that information.
It confirms
Very
the timeline
possible.
of events that investigators have been working with. Kylie went to a senior farewell party at the Prosser Family Campground, attended by up to 300 teens and young adults.
Her car was parked right there, along there. That's where we would go and everything. The party was set up over here. Where that white car is where the majority of kids were standing, and between these 3 trees right here, this is where the lights were hung up and there were cars on here. Here's the road you take to get out here.
She hasn't been seen since. Neither has her 2014 silver Honda CRV. The sheriff's office has since taped off the area. In the first press conference with allied agencies since Kylie disappeared, Detective Sergeant Scott Alford says no tip is too small.
We are accepting video from people who are involved, so that's coming into a single source so that team can evaluate it, look through the video, surveillance video from other areas.
He also shared the last information they've obtained from Kylie's cell phone from early Saturday.
We are working with the FBI. Right now, the last information we have from cellular data is the 6th at 33 minutes after midnight.
Investigators have received more than 200 tips, which they're working through. Today, the search continued for Kylie with more than 100 volunteers.
The last location known,
Okay, here we go.
our search expands from there. And then if we get a tip about another location, we will diverse resources and work that to exhaustion.
She recently graduated from Forest Charter School, where missing flyers with Kylie's picture and car are pasted in the front entrance. The principal described her as kind, well-liked, and a talented individual.
Okay, so tell me this. All right. So Vet Girl said, where was her car parked? And that's a good point, Vet Girl. The cars are probably all like lined up, right? So, everybody's around their cars and everything. Somebody, if you have 300 people there, you have 600 eyes, right? 600 eyes. And you can't tell me one of them did not see her leave. Not one of them? No. So strange. And cars are generally much easier to find than human beings. Usually cars, it's like they're left abandoned or they're burned or whatever. But it could be also in someone's garage, in someone's barn, covered up. Who hung the lights? Who set up and took down the party? Yes, exactly, Angela. Someone had to see her. Someone had to. But hopefully this website where they can upload photos and videos, hopefully it will give them some sort of clue. No one is coming on news programs or anything at the moment. We have invited someone extremely close to Kylie. That's what I said. It makes sense. They can't find her car. Doesn't make sense. Yeah. I don't know if she has any personal belongings missing. I mean, she's just missing. They believe she has 3 gold necklaces that they showed in a photo that she was wearing. Yes. And when no one's talking, that's when it makes you even more suspicious, because young kids generally want to talk about everything, right? Yes, they are searching in Reno. Good point. Why would Sammy unfollow her on everything? Hot Rocker. I think Sammy knows more, in my opinion. Yes. I mean, it could be something like, they did drugs. She overdosed, potentially, and people freak out. And that's why they're not wanting to say, hey, listen, uh, we did drugs. Yeah, we did drugs there, but she overdosed. Because then someone's going to be culpable about that. And that's why they're not talking about drug use or anything if she would potentially overdose. That's the only reason I could think of that would be logical for them to not want to talk about drugs unless they were just scared. But they're telling them, don't worry about the drugs or anything. Just tell us what you know. We're not going to charge you for drugs. But if it all revolves around drugs and she overdosed, then they're going to charge you on something, if it's drug related. Yes, the drugs were the issue, and that's why the silence, maybe. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's okay. Someone could be hiding the car. Absolutely. Leah thinks that's exactly what happened. Overdose. She was tiny and probably all scared they're going to do time in jail and scared of the drug dealer. Yes, they could have hide the car if she, overdosed or something. But to me, that car it has to be under some type of shelter. Some type of shelter is the reason they have not found that. Because I mean, they have to have it on camera somewhere, but eventually the cameras stop. Once you get on. What about the truck that had no plates up at the campground? No party by the campground, not party the campground. I don't know what you mean by that. Crystal, the press conference said nothing. It was like 8 minutes long and there was nothing. So, all right, guys, I have some more research I have to do. We will be live probably about an hour and a half. I'll have it scheduled in just a little bit. And I will see you guys in just a little bit. Thank you for joining. I am going to call someone and see if they want to do an interview this evening. They may or they may not, but we can pray. Love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.